times, people from the outside thought Jake was a lot better of a person than he was. And I'd always think, if only they knew how Jake antagonized me, how he, when we were little, would cup his farts into his hands and walk around. You guys all know about that. No, that's 5th grade, it stopped. But we have so many memories. We raced dirt bikes together for years and years. Football was a huge thing for us, from Pee Wee football on. Always had Jake there leading the charge. He was gifted, and he put kids in the hospital. I remember his freshman year, we were playing Canton South at home, and this kid caught a pitch to the right, and I see Jake just screaming across the field. Puts this kid into the bleachers, not even kidding you. His face mask was bent down. They ended up having to cart him off on a stretcher. That wasn't always the way it was, though. When we were little, I used to beat Jake up. My sisters knew they could wind me up, point me at Jake, and let me go. And I would just clobber him. And then 5th grade hit, Jake hit puberty, and I had another 5 years until that happened for me. I can remember a specific day fighting in the garage when I remember him hitting my head off on the concrete floor, my brain hitting the wall in my skull, and I knew that my reign had come to an end that day. And it would be years until I reclaimed it. It still hasn't come in. So. But something about Jake, and I think everyone would agree with this, is he did everything well, and he never held it up for himself. Like, he was, I think the best way to say it is, he was a convicting presence, but he wasn't a condemning one. He was a model of excellence. He was I'm going this way, and I want you to come with me, and you can. He was a possibility maker for people. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart, Jake. I had no idea what I would have done. I didn't have that in me. And I felt like I was just kind of drafting off of you for so long, and I'm thankful because I think you were a huge part of building those things in me in some way. Maybe not as like the original, but yeah, man, I think everyone would testify to that. That's who you are, that's who you've been. And I have a couple stories about Jake, some serious, some lighthearted. And I was thinking about these incidents in our lives, the funny ones, and most of them somehow involve my dad being the butt of the joke, or being disinterested somehow. And the one that pops into my head, as mischievous Jake. There's many sides of this man right here. He is certainly not one-dimensional. I'm sitting on the couch. It's a normal summer day. I hear my dad on the lawnmower, just enjoying the day, enjoying the sunshine. No shirt. I don't know if you're wearing pants or not. All of a sudden, something changes. I don't hear the mower anymore, and I look outside, and my dad is running through the yard, swatting something that's biting him. Well, it wasn't something that was biting him. About, I don't even know how recently, Jake had got a new airsoft gun. And apparently, the Mountain Dew cans were not cutting it. They were no longer a satisfying target. So Jake scans the room, scans the field, sees my dad just having a great day in the sun, and thinks, that's it, that's what I'm going to do. So, but he's brilliant. Jake's smart. He knows how to do it. So he waits until my dad gets close to the above ground pool where we know there's bees nests. And he's telling me the story. He takes 2 shots at my dad just to see what he would do. My dad swats him and then keeps going. My dad thinks it's peace. And so at this point, Jake figures, okay, it's now time. We're going to turn up the full on us. Next thing I know, Jake is just unloading on my dad. And my dad is running through. There's no bees. Either that or the whole beehive had conspired against you. Yeah, so Jake there's a lot of sides to Jake. Yeah, so another story. One thing about Jake that I want to convey to people is that, I mean, look at him. He's 6'3", he's got, we call him the ox, because you feel like you can just strap anything to him and be able to pull it. But he's always been that way. He was 6 foot in 8th grade. Like, he's just always been this stature, this presence, this strength. And something about him is that he has always lended it to other people. relented, I should say. The story that I want to tell is, I was in 6th grade, and anyone who knows me from that era of my life, I'm looking at you guys over there, knows that I was a typical middle schooler. You don't find a lot of virtue in middle school. And one day, I hear that my brother is ruffling the feathers of the middle school establishment, the popular kids. And Jake was well liked, all that, but some of the football players at that time had decided that they were going to single this kid out who was unpopular. And they made a list, and they called it, I'll call him Dave, they called it the I Love Dave, and it was geared toward singling this kid out and just kind of being an ironic jab at this kid for no reason. That's just middle school. That's the way I was in middle school. You guys all probably been through it at some point. Sergio, a couple years. But I hear rumors and later confirm that my brother is so enraged by this that he is going around ripping these signs down. And that's who he is. That's who he is to the core. That's who he's always been. That it would affect him like that. Not even that he would feel like, oh, I should do this. It was, this is wrong. This should not be happening. And that he trusted his sense of what was good and what was right, and he took action and he did it. And did it at his own expense. Because those sort of things don't make you popular in middle school. That's who I was watching growing up. That's who I was looking at, thinking there could be more for who I could be. I was watching Jake. And then the last thing I want to say about Jake is one thing that, especially we all, I don't know, probably everyone here, but most of us in some way have faith, maybe Christian or Catholic or whatever, and some other things. But for us, Jake went through. There was a season where Jake entered extreme doubt, deep doubt about his faith. And one thing that I've learned through watching Jake is I think that doubt can be really fertile ground for faith. One thing about him is that he has never been one to accept cheap answers. There's a certain part of faith that has to believe in spite of not having answers, but Jake was honest with himself and truthful. And a lot of this happened during our time at the Air Force Academy. And I remember specifically, just in this season, there was one night where I got a text from Jake, and he said, hey, can you meet me down in the quad? Hey, so I go down to the quad, and I can see already he's not doing well, he's struggling. And he starts to confess things to me that he is deeply, deeply ashamed of and struggling with. And I won't go into those now, but and so he's bearing these things to me, and I'm just looking at him. I'm like, what he doesn't realize at this point is these are all the things that I was struggling with, all the things that I was alone in. And that's the thing with sin, is especially hidden sin, it just isolates you. It leaves you alone. It says you are alone in this, and you should be ashamed. And so what Jake didn't realize is in leading in that vulnerability and that authenticity, willing to take his mask off, and be like, dude, this is where I actually am. This is what's actually going on. He broke into my loneliness like no one ever had. That was a life-changing night for me. I don't think I've ever told you that, but I just want to thank you for that, Jake. Because what was previously a wall between me and every other person, we had extra time at the academy with Jake in college, because most people with brothers, they get high school and then it's off in different directions. But yeah, that's those are some of the things that I wanted to really let people know about Jake. I'm so thankful for you. Emma, I'm so thankful for you too, your strength, the way that you've challenged Jake. I see it. He's different. He's better in so many ways, and he's just growing. So I'm thankful that you guys are together. And, I just wish you the best. I really do. And you got tables and tables full of people here that